Hey guys, it's Jenny. Welcome to my channel. For this week, I'm completing the art trend video I posted a few weeks back, which involved my OC's eyes. In part 1, I focused on the line art and established my values. In part 2, which is this video, I'll be fully rendering these illustrations and taking you guys behind the scenes with me on editing together the YouTube short and Instagram reel. I'm starting the rendering process with my set of eyes. Coloring the face gems was probably one of the most enjoyable aspects of this illustration. I used a variety of pastel colors to achieve that iridescent effect, and I think I did pretty well with accomplishing that. Throughout this video, you're going to see me use all sorts of blending modes to create different effects within these illustrations. I'd have to say that's definitely one of the perks to using digital art, is having the ability to manipulate the many ways colors blend with one another to create a specific ambiance to your artwork. The bandage needed a bit of shading as it was looking too flat. I'm adding my shadows and then went in with the smudge tool to soften it up. I'm currently coloring my eyeliner just to make my eyes pop a little more. One set of eyes down, 2 more to go. Alright, so moving on to Selene's eyes. I was up pretty early this particular morning, so I'm obviously tired, but determined to still keep the momentum going. As always, I start first by establishing the skin color. Even doing something as simple as that really breathes life into your rendered pieces. I'm coloring the crescent moons on her forehead near her third eye. And now adjusting some of the blending modes for the shading. I slightly tweaked the coloring of Selene's hair just to define it a bit more. And colored her brows a little darker than it was originally to add some depth to it. It was looking a little too light, considering she is naturally a brunette. For her third eye, I had a vision in my head where it would be practically glowing, symbolizing her spiritual awakening. It's now time to add some highlights to her hair. I used a yellow color at first. But I did eventually change it just because I didn't really like the way it was looking against her split dye look. As a finishing touch, I'm adding some noise to the illustration, and Selene's eyes are now complete. So we have finished 2 of 3 sets of eyes, finished my set of eyes, and I just finished Selene's. I just decided I want to start adding noise over my finished rendered illustrations because it just gives it like a cool texture finish to it. I might also play around with adding a textured paper layer because there's something about fully rendered illustrations with no textures that just, I don't know, I kind of like the way sketches look. So that's why whenever I go in and I tighten them, I feel like it kind of loses its character. Final? Is it this one? Yeah, so if we look at the sketch that I did for Selene, it obviously could be the brush. It could just be the fact that it's not colored, but I just feel like it has, a lot of personality, and sometimes it appears like it loses that character when I go in with color. But I don't know, it turned out fine. I think it's okay. I actually don't mind it. Struggled a little bit with the hair highlights, but I did achieve that glowing look around the third eye, which is what I was going for. But yeah, it looks good. Could do better, but I don't color a lot. And when I do, for my next rendered illustration, I think I want to try doing it without establishing the gray scale values first, just because it does take a little bit of time, and I think I can start to tell when values are a little too similar. It's my set of eyes again. I really love the detailing of the gems that I did right here. I think it looks really good. It actually looks like it's crystals, a lot of iridescent colors bouncing off of it. So now all I have left is Akira. Okay, so last but certainly not least, it's time to render Akira's eyes. After selecting a skin color, I tweak the blending modes, as usual. And then I make some slight adjustments to the color balance. Again, I am tweaking the blending modes for the shading. Also, if you've been enjoying the video so far, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on that notification bell. Feel free to give this vid a like, share it with your friends and family, comment on it, anything at all if you'd like to support my artistic journey. Please know that I appreciate any support that you are able to give to the channel. I'm coloring Akira's other eye, which is a dark brown in contrast to his right hazel eye. I always think of that Kelly Clarkson song anytime I say or think of hazel eyes. Now I'm coloring his brows and eyelashes to match his hair, and to be completely honest, I'm still undecided if it's white or silver. For this illustration, I did use a white color, but I don't know. I kind of go back and forth when I describe his hair in my notes for the plot. I'm giving his scars some dimension by coloring the border, and I also color some additional line art just so it doesn't look too stark, as I don't personally use a black or dark color for my final line art anymore. Alright, so we are working on Akira's eyes, and there's a lot of really minute details that I wish I had done differently, some of which I was able to figure out and fix. Others, I just have to leave it alone because they're such tiny things that no one is going to really notice it besides me. I don't color a lot with digital art, so there's a lot of things that I'm gonna have to do different or just get better at as I work on more rendered pieces. But we're pretty much almost done, which thank God, because I feel like I've been working on this forever. I mean, it's looking pretty legit, but I just feel like it's still taking way too long for 3 sets of eyes. So I think what I will do tomorrow, since it's already 9, is I'm going to add some shading to Akira's cut on his bridge just to give it some depth. And then I have to add highlights to the hair, put some noise over the piece, see if the sets of eyes need anything else extra, and then I should be done with this this week's illustration. Thank God. It's been really kicking my ass. Originally, I wasn't planning on doing anything in particular to Akira's forehead sigil, but I decided toward the end of the rendering process that it needed something a little extra to sort of match the vibes of Selene's illustration. For the final touches, I added in the highlights for his hair and applied some noise to the illustration. I think I'm finally done with this illustration. Time is 7:47. It is Thursday, October 3rd, and I have to get ready for work soon. I work from home, thankfully, so it's nothing crazy in terms of the commute. In total, this piece took me, I'm so scared to look at the time. Track time is 41 hours and 35 minutes, which is a lot. When I look at the sets of eyes though, I have to say they look good. There are things that I would have definitely done different. I say that I think in every single rendered piece that I've ever worked on and posted on my YouTube channel. It's good, but I would have done things differently. It's funny, I'm looking at this right now and I'm like, some of this, like I was trying to do the highlights for Akira's hair, and then I did the blurring and all that, and some of it looks a little weird. God. Is it that big of a deal? Is it something that people would really notice upon looking at? I'm gonna say probably not. Does anyone else have this problem? You know, you look at your pieces afterward and you're like, oh, shit. Is it the perfectionist in me? I still want to bring you guys behind the scenes when I start to edit together the reel and short using these 3 sets of eyes. By the way, if you haven't checked out part 1 of this video, you should do that. I'm really happy to finally finish up with this piece. Like I said, it's taken me way too long, and I'm hoping as I continue to work on rendered pieces, I will only get faster and faster. I am so tired and I have to get ready for my shift now. So yeah, it's 7:58. I'm gonna get ready, I'm gonna wash my face and just try to wake up a little bit more, and I will see you guys for the video editing behind the scenes part of the video. It's been about a week since I last worked on these sets of eyes. I decided to take a little break to tackle Inktober since I did want to join the challenge for this year. So I'm recording and editing together footage for Inktober simultaneously with the art trend video. I don't think it should take me too long to work on the short/reel for this. It is October 9th. And I live in Florida. So if you guys don't know, around this time, we are expecting a pretty sizable hurricane. It's supposed to make landfall sometime tonight, early tomorrow, Thursday morning. So I'm gonna try to get as much editing and content finished, recorded as I can today in case I do lose power tomorrow and the next coming days. So let's see if I can finish this little short up before I potentially and most likely lose power. I've been editing this short and reel now for, honestly, I don't even know how long it's been. It's probably been at least an hour, and it's a little bit more challenging than I thought it was going to be, just because I'm trying to get the timing of this song right with the cuts from the freeze frames of my face IRL to the illustrations I've been working on for this trend. And I think I finally figured out the timing. It's a little hard sometimes to sync images up to the beat if it's quick notes like this. So I'm going to apply the same framework for the two other eyes, and then try to view the video all together after I take a little break away from the computer, because I think sometimes when you're working on things like this, you gotta just step away from it every now and then. My assumption that I'd be able to use the first set of eyes, the timing, the way that I edited the duration of the pictures to the freeze frames did not work for the other two sets of eyes, because the beat is a little bit different toward that part of the song, so I kind of had to adjust it very slightly. Like, I reviewed it a couple of times since making my final edits. I might add some text over this, but I think it's pretty much good to go. I took a bit of a longer break than I was planning on, but we're back with editing, and I ran into yet another roadblock. I saw that some of the exported footage has just paint strokes that I didn't erase properly because it was hard for me to tell they were there. That's a little annoying, and although maybe a lot of people wouldn't notice it, there's too many smudges for me to leave it. I was able to get most, not all, but most of the smudges erased. And I think we are at a place now, once I export Akira's revised image, where I can export the final video. We're making progress. It's slow progress, but we're making progress. On a personal update, it is 7:25. It has been raining pretty much the entire day. The hurricane is supposed to make landfall to the west coast of Florida at about later tonight, but early tomorrow. I think around midnight or 2 a.m., something like that. Anyway, back to editing. Nice. Okay, we're good. Finally done! After so many unexpected roadblocks, I'm finally done. It definitely got frustrating at certain parts, but all in all, I'm very pleased with how everything came out. Keep your eyes peeled for the short, which will be up in a few days after I publish this video. Like always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, take care, y'all. Bye!